Hello, welcome to another tutorial for complete course in calculus. So in this video, we'll be looking at some limit examples for piecewise functions. So the example says, for a piecewise function f of x equal to x squared minus 4x plus 6 if x is less than 3 and negative x squared plus 4x minus 2 if x is greater than or equal to 3, we want to find the limit of this function as x approaches to 3. So limit of a function, limit of f of x approaches to c exists means, so the limit exists means first one-sided limit, which is the limit of f of x as x approaches to c from the right, must exist. Must exist means what? It must be real number. It must be a real number. Say that real number is L. And the limit of f of x, the one-sided limit from the left, c approaching from the left, also must exist. So same thing, it must be a real number. Say this is m and this is 1, 2. Third, the two limits L and M must be what? The same. So whenever you approach to C from the right side, this is what X approach to C from the right means. So this is X approaching to C from the left. So when you approach both from the right and from the left, the limit must be a real number, and the two limits, the right hand limit, this is what we call it one-sided limit. The right hand limit and the left hand limit must be the same. If that is the case, we say limit exists. So for a piecewise function, that's what we're exactly going to do. So let's start with the one-sided limit. Let's start with the right hand limit at 3, and then we do the same thing for the left hand limit. And then in both cases, if they are real numbers and equal, then we say that the limit exists. Otherwise, the limit does not exist. Very good. So let's start with the one-sided limit here. Oops. So I would say, what is the limit of f of x? X approaches to 3 from the right. Now, when you say x from the right, which means x is greater than 3. So if x is greater than 3, the function is given by this. So I'll be picking this, the second function. So that will give me what? The limit of negative x squared plus 4x minus 2, x approach to 3 from the right. Now, this is a polynomial function. In particular, it's a quadratic function. For a polynomial function in general, for any polynomial function, limit and value are the same. So finding limit means what? Finding the value of that polynomial function at the given number here. So in this case, I'll just plug 3, right? So that will give me minus of 3 squared plus 4 times 3 minus 2. So when you simplify this, this is negative 9 plus 12 minus 2. Negative 9 plus 12 is 3. 3 minus 2 is 1. So what that means? Right hand limit at 3 exists, which is 1. Let's do the same thing for left hand limit, the one-sided limit, limit of f of x as x approaches to 3 from the left. So this will give me what? Now, from the left means what? The value of x is less than 3. So you need to pick the first expression here. Limit of x squared minus 4x plus 6 as x approaches to 3 from the left. Again, same reasoning, because it's a polynomial or a quadratic function, limit and value are the same. So just plug 3 squared minus 4 times 3 plus 6, which is what? 3 squared is 9 minus 12 plus 6. 9 minus 12 is what? 3. Negative 3 plus 6. So the answer is what? 3. So Right hand limit exists, left hand limit exists, but the two limits are not the same because this is 1, this is 3. So the answer will be what? The limit does not exist. The limit does not exist. All right, let's see another example. All right, the second example says, we want to find the limit of 2 times cos x divided by cotangent of x as x approaches to pi over 2. As x approaches to pi over 2. Again, the first step always should be simplifying. So this will be limit of 2 times cos x divided by cotangent is what? Cotangent is cos x divided by what? Sin x. That's what cotangent means. That's the reciprocal of tan. X approaches to what? Pi over 2. Now, this guy, it should be simplified. I believe you know how to do that. This is, again, complex fraction. So when you flip the denominator, let me write it to make sure that you guys are clear. 2 cos x divided by 1 times sin x over cos x, x approach to pi over 2. So that will give you, now you see the cos x cancels out. So that will be limit of 2 times sin x, x approach to pi over 2. And then constant multiple rule for a limit. This is 2. I can factor out the 2. That will give me limit of sin x, x approach to pi over 2. Now, sine is defined everywhere. The domain is all real numbers. So limit of sine becomes the value. So that will give me 2 times sine of pi over 2. As you all know, sine pi over 2 is 1. So the limit will be what? 2. Very good. Let's see another example. Okay, very good. This example is a piecewise function. You are given, it says f of x is 6 if x is less than or equal to -2. And f of x will be x plus b if x is between -2 and 4. And it will be -6 if x is greater than or equal to 4. You are given a piecewise function. It has 3 pieces, 6, x plus b, and -6. The best way to do in this case is, whenever you are dealing with limit, try to list the functional value, the y expression on the respective interval. So this is -2. This is 4. Now it says if x is less than or equal to -2, the y value is 6. If it is between -2 and 4, it says x plus b. And otherwise, if x is greater than or equal to 4, it is -6. Now the question says, what must be the value of a and b so that this function is continuous on the entire real line? It is continuous on -∞ to infinity. So you are given that this piecewise function is continuous everywhere. So it's continuous everywhere means what? It is continuous at any number. In particular, we are going to pick at x equal to -2 and x equal to 4. If it is continuous everywhere, it should be continuous at -2 and 4. Okay. Now, what is continuous means? Continuous means, for example, this function is continuous at -2 means limit of f of x as x approach to -2 equal to the value of the function at -2. That's what continuous at -2 means. Again, you can say limit exists. Limit of f of x as x approach to -2 exists means limit of f of x, x approach to -2 from the right equal to limit of f of x, x approach to -2 from the left. The two limits are the same. So for our case, if you look at this one, it says for x equal to -2, it's defined at 6. So I will be taking this expression and this. So what that means, I will take, because this is true, because limit and value are the same, I will say limit of f of x as x approach to -2 from the right. You see, from the right means from this side must be equal to from the left must be equal to what? The value of the function at -2. So what I did is, oh, if limit exists at -2, right hand limit and the value must be what? The same. Sorry. So what is the limit of f of x as x approach negative from the right? From the right, now I should pick this function. So I will say limit of x plus b, x approach to -2 from the right side, equal to, what is the value of the function at -2? It is 6. Now what is this limit? This is a linear function. Limit and value are the same, so you just plug -2 for x. So a times -2 plus b equal to 6. So I will have one equation which says -2a plus b equal to 6. This is one equation involving a and b. Okay, let's do same thing for x equal to 4. So what does that mean? Now, if it is continuous at 4, x equal to 4, so this means limit of f of x as x approaches to 4. Now look at it, because I'm looking for 4, I will say from the left and the value, because the value at 4 is this guy. So I will say x approach to 4 from the left equal to the value of the function at 4. Again, if you ask me why you are picking x approach to 4 from the left, the answer will be, I want to have two different expressions. If I pick 4 from the right, 4 from the right means, you see, 4 from the right means this one, and the value is also this one. So it will give me just a true statement, -6 equal to -6, okay? That is why I'm picking, to making sure I'm picking the correct one-sided limit. Okay, so this guy becomes what now? Limit of f of x is now, because you are approaching 4 from the left side, it should be x plus b. X approaches to 4 from the left. What is the value of the function at 4? It is -6. So again, this is a linear function. You just plug 4. A times 4 plus b equal to -6. So I have 4a plus b equal to -6. This is the second equation. Now I have two equations with two unknowns. What we call it a system. You know, one way to do is you can say, hey, b is from here, b is, you move 4a to the other side, -6 minus 4a, and then you just plug that over here. That will give you -2 times a, no, the b, you plug it here, sorry, plug it here, -2a plus b is -6 minus 4a equal to 6. So -2a minus 4a is -6a, -6 equal to 6. If you add 6 on both sides, that will give you -6a equal to 12. Divide both sides by -6. A is -2. So the value of a is what? -2. If a is -2, again, go back to this equation here to find b. B will be what? -6 minus 4 times a is -2, which is -6 plus 8. So it will be what? 2. So the value of a and b should be what? -2 and 2. Thank you for listening. I'll see you in the next video.